Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Perhaps someone can write a memo and send it to Patrick Harvey to tell him he's no longer in government and nobody cares what he says. He has been stamping his tiny, angry little green feet and saying that all road building in Scotland must be stopped. No more upgrades, no more building, no more nothing. Roads are evil. Let's hope, perhaps one day when he's in an ambulance and he's being rushed to A&E and he's dying and he knows he's dying and he's thinking, if only this ambulance could go a bit quicker. But of course it can't because of all the potholes that haven't been repaired and that bypass was never built. And so he'll be worried that he'll pass away in an ambulance, and then maybe he'll understand the importance of a good road infrastructure. Perhaps he'll realise that animals travelling in vehicles are having to stay in those vehicles much, much longer. It's not very good for animal welfare. That doesn't bother him either. He's just a little monstrous oik who thinks that roads are bad. He also still thinks that people care what he says. Not even people within his own party care what he says now. He's been shown to be a greedy, grasping, corrupt little runt of a man who's out for everything he can get. £700 to have lunch with Harvey. Let's go and drink our champagne at the oil provider's ball. You know, pretends to be green, but he's really just greedy. The only reason he wants rent controls is because he rents his flat. He knows he'll never be able to buy one. And so he wants rent controls on, otherwise he knows he's likely to be homeless. I would laugh my complete tits off if the landlord said, well, because of all the rules that you've brought in, I can no longer do this. There's your notice. You're on your way out. Off you go. And he'll go, but no, that's not what was meant to happen. But that's the upshot, of course, of what's meant to happen, because this moron had, for a very short period of time, a little bit of power, and it went to his head. Now, it didn't have to travel far, must be said. About 4'3", got to his head, and then it went boom. But he wants all these road upgrades stopped. He wants the road upgrade for the A96 to be cancelled outright. So if you live up in the northeast of Scotland, screw you. If you want to go from Inverness to Aberdeen, buy a horse. Be quicker. Why does he hate them so much? Why? It's because he lives in cities his whole life. He's never lived in the country. He's never had to travel these roads. He won't travel these roads. He absolutely loathes the countryside. For a man who says he cares about the environment, he doesn't spend much time in it, does he? He lives in his little bubble in Edinburgh, pretending that he's still important as he's caressing his little friend. We all know who that is, don't we? The one with the gross rear. But it's the end of his days. He knows he's not going to be there. He may not even last till the next election in 2026. He may not even be there in time for the Holyrood elections. The way the Greens are going, they want him and they want Jeffrey out. The only problem then is the people that will replace them are, and it's hard to say this, worse. It's all fun and games though, isn't it, with the Greens? Never ever let them have power though. They are mad and toxic. Thanks a lot. Bye.